So this is actually really sad because not too long ago, I think this was yesterday, maybe the day before, a 23-year-old TikToker named Inquisitor3 that did silly little cosplays of Call of Duty characters, big cosplay of Ghost from Modern Warfare. He actually ended his life recently because of some false accusations made against him by some other large TikTok creators. And this is the saddest thing I've ever seen, man. When I saw this, I got really upset and I just really couldn't believe that people were this demented. So unfortunately, Inquisitor ended his life on TikTok live and his home was entered, CPR was performed. But it didn't matter. His father confirmed his passing, and again, he was only 23 years old. So there are three people here who accused him of being a pedophile, is basically what they accuse him of. They accuse him of being a predator. And the accusers are a 20-year-old man named Tito that had 1 million followers on TikTok, an adult woman named Keegan Mask that had 300,000 followers on TikTok, and Tito's minor 17-year-old girlfriend, by the way, which is ridiculous how they're like going after Inquisitor saying that he's a predator when he's not, and this 20-year-old man that's accusing him has a minor girlfriend. But anyway, his 17-year-old minor girlfriend known as AJ. Those are the three accusers. So what happened? What the fuck happened? How is this even a thing? So Tito, the 20-year-old man with 1 million followers, and his minor girlfriend AJ began exchanging these texts. And this is a picture I took from Tito's response video to this whole situation. And Tito is the guy on the right, his minor fucking girlfriend. Every time I talk about her, I'm going to say she's a minor just to really get that through your guys' heads. Basically, yeah, Tito's the guy on the right. His minor girlfriend's the one on the left. She says, "What the fuck are we going to do?" He says, "It's not a life or death crisis. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to keep flirting with him and see where it goes. If he starts to get sexual, then I will expose him. We just need better and more proof." She says, "Isn't that a lot of proof?" I'll get to it in a second. He says, "Baby, we need a reason for him to get canceled. Flirting is one thing. Sexting is another." She says, "Mm-hmm." He says, "Oh, I don't know why." And then she says, "Yeah." And he said, "That's bad proof. We need recent proof." So basically trying to find every single little thing that he does and try to frame it against him. AJ, which goes by Tequila on Discord, literally acknowledges in this DM that Inquisitor had minor do not inbox in his bio, and she messaged him saying, "I'm not a minor," even though she is. She's 17. So fast forward a little bit, and to further work on doing this smear campaign, AJ offers Inquisitor to do some editing work for him. In order to keep in contact with him and try to fish any sort of message that may come across as weird. And of course, Inquisitor doesn't know she's trying to do this, and he believes she's an adult, so he accepts. And because of this, these three cunts began saving every single text interaction with Inquisitor that read as remotely flirty, and they began posting these images completely taken out of context to make him look like a predator. Obviously, looking at this, these are over-exaggerated, enthusiastic responses, and he responded this way when he found out that AJ created a bunch of edits for him in a very short amount of time. I mean, saying stuff, "I love it, I love you so much." It sounds weird when you're talking to a minor, obviously, but he doesn't know that she's a minor, right? She told him that she's of age, she's, over 18. And this is something that people always do. People always say stuff, "Oh my God, I love you so much. Oh my God, marry me," when they're super happy with something that someone did. It is, obviously weird because he's messaging it to a minor, but he has no idea that she's a minor. He even didn't want to talk to her when she first messaged him. As you can see here, she says, "Oh my God, hi, I love you, date me." And he says, "You should ask in general if you can DM me." She says, "Oh, sorry, can we get to know each other?" He says, "Nope." She says, "Why? I'm not a minor." He says, "I'm not interested, I'm sorry." Like, he does not want to interact with this person at all. Here's even more DM screenshots between them where AJ says, "You do know that he is a pedophile, right?" And somehow Inquisitor got this message. He said, "So who's this?" She says, "I never said that. I wasn't online today." "What? How did this happen? How did you get this message? This is so weird. I never said that. Must be AI generated." And he says, "Bro, get a life." And, he's sick of this shit. It's just annoying. He even says, "Not a fan of the way you acted. If you can please stop texting me, that'd be very kind." But Keegan's Mask is the main person that started posting these out of context, weird looking screenshots online. And keep in mind, Keegan's Mask is someone with 300,000 followers on TikTok. She is very popular. And it really sucks, because when you see somebody with a lot of followers, you almost treat them in a higher regard than you would some random person. And this is absolutely insane behavior. Tito, another guy with 1 million followers, you would never think that people like this would be so demented, right? Like I said earlier, I mean, when you see people with a lot of followers, you almost hold them up to a higher standard than a regular person because, you know, they have a lot of influence. But yeah, Keegan's Mask, 300,000 followers, starts posting this shit. It fucking spreads like wildfire, and people believe her because she has a high follow count, which means, I guess, apparently to these people, they can never tell a lie. They're always honest. And after multiple days of online and offline attacks, unfortunately, Inquisitor 3 ended his life on TikTok Live. So when they saw this, they began releasing statements trying to make it seem like they're not bad people, which is, God, it just irritates me so much because, man, I really hope some terrible shit happens to these people. These people are absolute fucking lowlives. And anyway, Keegan makes an Instagram story saying, all I did was call Inquisitor 3 out for acting like a pred. Look at my TikToks. Nowhere did I say anything other than the fact it was weird he was speaking to and about minors. Of course, obviously, she's leaving out the fact that this was a whole plan and, you know, they did this on purpose. And, you know, Keegan says what AJ did was wrong, which, again, fails to say that they put AJ up to this. They wanted AJ to do this because AJ, of course, is a minor. And Keegan also says, but that does not justify his actions. I posted it for others to become aware and used him as an example. Nowhere did I state I wanted him to be injured. And I'm sure they didn't want him to end his life, but Jesus Christ, man, this is some fucking degenerate shit. This statement also really irritates me because it reads more as an excuse. All I did was share screenshots. I didn't do anything wrong. I just shared a few screenshots. And of course doesn't mention that they fucking put AJ up to this and they wanted this to happen. And AJ releases a statement saying, I want to apologize for what I've done. I didn't mean to hurt him. I went way too far with this. He didn't deserve that. I know it's too late to apologize. I hope one day you forgive me. Yada, yada, yada. I'm not reading all this shit. But here at the bottom, it is kind of funny. AJ says, the best thing to do is just not hate. A person died. Please do better, COD community. Like, oh my God, these people, man, something really bad needs to happen to these people. I think this should be a lesson, if anything, to not trust people because they have a high follow number or a high subscriber number. Anybody can clearly be pieces of shit. It doesn't matter how famous they are. And this just sucks, man. This guy just didn't deserve this at all. He was so young, and it just sucks that there's people out there in the world who think this is like cool, funny shit to like pass the time. And I heard somewhere that Inquisitor's dad will be pressing charges, which is a fucking W. So hopefully that happens. Hopefully he gets justice, and hopefully these people all get put in prison because they totally deserve it. And yeah, I know it's a really sad story, but that's all I have for y'all today. Rest in peace, bro. This sucks.